Hello everyone, I'm Glenn and this is Dug Out the Cardboard. Thanks for tuning in to this episode. Today I want to discuss my card display project. Not anywhere near close to complete, but should be able to make up some substantial progress here in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So I wanted to get you in on the ground floor and show you the beginnings of it right now. And I'm excited to show you today that, and then as I get finished, definitely have a follow-up video showing you what the end product looks like. But before I do that, hopefully you watched my last episode. It was good timing. I mentioned in the last episode one of the reasons I came back to the hobby was the continued, not routine, but semi-routine, maybe once every 2 or 3 months, getting a TTM through the mail autograph request with some of my cards being sent to me. And that always kept baseball cards near the front of my mind as I received those and signed those and sent those back. Just the day after, I think, recorded that last episode, I received one. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to turn the camera around here and I'll show you what that looked like. So here's the letter. Again, basically the day after I did the last episode, received this in the mail, so I thought it was good timing to share after I mentioned that. See my 2 cards that the individual sent me through email or through mail, and with a self-addressed stamped envelope to return them. His note says, "Dear Mr. Cullip, I'm a huge Reds fan and autograph collector of Reds minor league cards, especially the teams in West Virginia. He went to a lot of games in Princeton in 1990, so I would greatly appreciate it if you would sign these cards for me." So these were 2 cards from my 1992 Princeton Reds season. Both of these were from the same season. One's a Fleer Pro Cards, the other is a Classic Best. But again, pretty cool. My family gets a kick out of this, that I get cards in the mail that are of me and asking for my autograph. Again, not a huge star by any means, but there are a lot of big autograph collectors out there, even for minor league cards, and this is just an example of that. So just thought I'd share. Pretty neat thing that happens every once in a while, and gives you an example of how baseball cards never really left my mind. They were there, especially when I'd get these, and I bring back a lot of memories when I see these, and a lot of great notes and super nice notes that I get from people. So it's encouraging to see that there are people out there really, diving deep into the hobby and reaching out to try to build their sports card collections and even autograph collections here. So I thought that was a great example of what I talked about last week. Now let's get back to talking about card displays. Collecting cards is great, but I did find out when I was away from the hobby for so long, from the mid-90s all the way through January of this year, 2025, that whatever is out of sight is out of mind. And my cards were all boxed up in closets for the last 25, 30 years, and just never got them pulled out to look through. And I feel like it's very important to display and enjoy your cards, not just have them in a box somewhere that takes quite a bit of effort to pull out and flip through and find what you're wanting to enjoy, where as opposed to trying to display them, you can have them right at your fingertips and out on the wall or out on a table somewhere where you can actually see them and enjoy them. So I think that's very important to keep the hobby strong in your life, and I'm excited to share what I'm working on today. Here is a picture of one of my walls in the office. I taped it off, real official here, official layout of what my idea is. You can see the 4 big squares are going to be display cases that are common with a lot of the card collectors around. You can buy those off of lots of different places. I've got a few from Amazon on their way. So you'll see those on the wall hopefully in the next few weeks. And down the middle, you see those rows. I had a do-it-yourself idea that was not my idea. Found it, and I want to give a huge shout out to another YouTube channel. The name of the YouTube channel was Roni Adventures. I'll post the link to 2 videos that they posted almost 5 years ago, I think. So they're fairly older videos, but I stumbled across those this past few months as I was looking at ideas for display ideas for cards, and was just amazed at the ease and efficiency of their do-it-yourself idea. And I'm trying to implement that here on this wall with those rows down the middle. Basically, those rows down the middle are going to be created with J-channel. J-channel is used for vinyl siding. Again, nothing that I was familiar with, but the Roni Adventures YouTube channel walks you through exactly how to put this together. So I really encourage you to take a look at those two videos if you're interested in this solution here. But basically, you cut the J-channel to length. It's vinyl, pretty easy to cut. And you hang one strip, facing downward as the top row, and you put another strip up facing upward as the bottom row. And those two, the top and the bottom, hold the cards as you just slide them across. And I'll demonstrate that here in just a few minutes. But again, highly encourage you to watch that video that I posted down in the description. I think you'll get a good feel for how easy and simple and how quick that really is. And I'll give you an example of what I've done so far in just a few minutes. J-channel comes in, at least here it came in strips of 15 feet long. So basically I bought 2 strips and cut each of those 2 strips into 5-foot sections. So 3 5-foot sections out of each strip. So I had 6 total 5-foot strips of J-channel. And with those 6, that allowed me to put up 3 rows of cards, 5 feet long a piece. Get about 18 cards, either in top loaders or one touches in those. You can set up the height however you want to set it up, so you could actually make it wide enough to where you put graded cards in here. My thoughts are I'll probably put the graded cards that I have, which isn't that many right now, but I'll probably put those in the display cases. And then I'll use these middle rows set up. As you'll see, I've set those first ones that I've put up at a level such that I can put one touches and top loaders in there. So I'm going to take the camera down and give you a little bit of overview of what the wall looks like today, with still the tape on the wall for the display cases that you saw in the picture, but I have started the J-channel rows down the middle. So here's the wall as of today. You can see the tape still on the wall for the display cases, but the J-channel in the middle. You can see those are 5-foot sections, and I'm planning on going all the way down to the bottom of at least to the vent there, and give you a little bit of a closer view. Again, Roni Adventures, credit to their YouTube channel for basically showing how to do this. This is just J-channel, one turned downward at the top, one turned upward at the bottom. Cards slide all the way down. You can see the screws are just pretty short screws, just into the wall. Don't have to be anchored or anything. Cards are not heavy, so there's not going to be a lot of weight on these, even with them filled up. But that's what it looks like. And I'll demonstrate here how the cards just slide in. So to put a card in, you just come over here to the side. They're open on the side. Got a 1954 Larry Doby in a top loader. Just slide it in. You can slide it however far you want to go. And there it is. The top loaders actually fit. Obviously, top loaders are a little bit bigger. 1975 Pete Rose, tops Pete Rose. Again, slide that right in. The top loaders definitely look better and fit better, at least with the width that I made those. So you can see the top loader has some wiggle room to it. It's not coming out or not falling by any means, and you can kind of tilt it toward the front, but it also just falls back toward the back, whereas the one touch is obviously a lot more solid, a lot more rigid, and fits better there. So I think what I plan on doing is cards that will eventually go on here will probably be best in top loader. Will probably be best in one touches. I think that will look better and not look as, not show the gaps that look like they're there on the top loader. So that's what it looks like, sliding a card in very easily. They move back and forth, so, very easily moved. And what I'll do is I'll load up the bottom row here and show you what it looks like with a full row. Okay, there is one row fully loaded there on the bottom. So you can imagine, the ability to build out, that's 3 rows right there, going all the way down to the vent. Hopefully get maybe 10 rows total, 10 or 11 possibly. There's 18 cards on that row. Again, 5 feet section is what I've cut there. So that would be 10 rows, 18 cards, another 180 cards that I could fit down the middle on those rows for a very cheap cost. Those 2 pieces of J channel cost about, I think it was $16, $8 a piece or so. So that was all that was $16 basically, and a few screws to create that 3-row section. So you can see how I can get a lot of display for a pretty small cost, as opposed to the 4 big display cases that are quite a bit more expensive. They'll be nice, but just having another alternative there in the middle, I think, is going to look pretty good. Hey, I'll take a second to talk about the cards. Let me see if I can get the glare off there. Haven't done a whole lot of card showing yet, so let's go ahead and take the opportunity. 1974 Topps Billy Williams, his last card. You'll probably get an indication of some of my collecting habits with the players here. I'll go ahead and give you an idea. It's basically all Hall of Famers, or at least, if not Hall of Famers, some of my favorite stars when I was growing up that didn't make the Hall of Fame. Dick Allen, 1972 Topps. Enos Slaughter, that's a 1959 Topps Enos Slaughter. Got a 1971 Topps Ernie Banks. Mr. Cub. Got a 1983 Tony Gwynn rookie Topps. I think I showed this one before in one of the episodes. 1984 Fleer Update, Dwight Gooden, one of my favorite pitchers growing up. Pete Rose, 1975 Topps. Larry Doby, 1954 Topps. I do believe that's my oldest Hall of Fame year. I've got another one coming up here at the end, but Larry Doby 1954 Topps, I believe, is my oldest Hall of Fame card right now. Chipper Jones rookie, I think that's a 1992 Upper Deck. Tim Raines rookie, 1981 Donruss. Got a couple of 75s back-to-back. Hank Aaron, Frank Robinson. That's Frank Robinson's last card. Got a 1968 Topps Jim Palmer. Another 75 Topps Bob Gibson, his last card also. There's my other 1954 Topps Monty Irvin. 78 Topps Mike Schmidt. And 1980 Ricky Henderson Topps rookie card. You can see again the difference between the top loader and the one touch. The one touch again fits quite a bit better with at least the height that I made these. The one touch has some wiggle room, more wiggle room in it, but still not going anywhere, and easy to slide in and out. Again, maybe a little hard to get to the middle card if you want to change just the middle card, so you just have to come and slide them all out and then slide them all back in. So a little bit of a nuisance there, but quick and easy, and could change out those cards pretty easily if I wanted to determine, change it up about what I'm displaying on a routine basis. That's pretty simple to switch them up. Got some ideas about what's going to go on the wall and the projects that'll go on the wall and what'll go in the display cases, but I'll save that for a future episode. Really just wanted to show you the beginnings of my card wall and the display that I'm working on. Again, hopefully in 3 or 4 weeks I'll have the display cases and have those up and have some cards in them. The J channel and the rest of those rows, I'm not sure I'll have it complete in 3 to 4 weeks, but I'll keep working on it and keep building that down. Again, it's not very difficult of a task, so it's just a matter of just going out and getting the J channel and cutting it, and once you got it here and cut, then it's real quick to put these up, especially after you get the first one up and level. Then you just bump them up against each other. You don't even really need a level after that, as long as you get the first one level. There is one more wall I want to show you that I've got some plans for. If I back up this way, you can see a closet there. There's a section right here on this wall that I'm going to reserve, and I'll tease what I've got planned for that. Right now I won't give it away, but if you watched my first episode, you realize, or you heard, that I have 2 claim to fames / claim to shames. One of those 2 lends itself to a pretty good idea for a project that I'm planning on embarking upon, and the end result is planned to go right there on that spot. So again, not going to give it away. Some folks that know the stories might have an inkling of what that might be, or at least the subject of what that might be, but I'll save that for a future episode, so stay tuned for that project in the future. All right, thanks for taking a few minutes today to let me show you the beginnings of my card display wall. I'm very excited about what that's going to look like at the end of the day, so definitely will give you an update as I progress along there, and when it's completely done, we'll definitely finish up showing you that when it's all complete. So again, thanks for tuning in today. Excited to continue this journey, and hopefully you'll join me along the way, and look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks a lot.